Hello guys, hi, my name is Blago and this is my first attempt of trying to start a cooking video, because what else are you gonna do during a quarantine if not learn how to cook and cook well at that as well. So what I've got today is one of my favorite dishes from the Asian subcontinent, as well as in Japan. I think they have it. It's called a PokeBowl. So what's a PokeBowl? PokeBowl is basically what it sounds. It's a mixture of rice, where we're gonna put some nice fresh veg alongside some cooked protein. In our case, that's gonna be some boiled eggs and smoked salmon. First of all, I've got my rice, so that's pretty nice rice. I like to use jasmine rice. Usually it's traditional for curries, but you know, I think it goes well with other dishes. I'm gonna cook 2 portions for me and my lovely wife Lily, so yeah, I believe 1 mug like this should be quite enough. No, that's not enough, so I have to open up my next bag. The bag that I like to use is this, it's called pandan rice. It's from a brand called Golden Diamond. I usually take it from my local Asian market. And what's important here is, if you can, try to find the new crop. It's a 220 crop, so from this year. And this just makes the rice a bit more fragrant and a bit more special. It's just generally nicer to use. It's about 250 grams maybe of rice, which should be enough. In the rice cooker they go. Normally I would like to soak it, but if you've got a rice cooker and if you have the setting done to warm and you keep it to warm, you might as well skip that step. But that's our rice. Make sure it's evenly distributed on the bottom of the pan, and then I'm gonna throw in some star anise there. Maybe just a couple of stars, not more. You don't want to overpower the natural jasmine flavors, but just to elevate it, sort of, to make it more fragrant. I'll put some cumin inside as well, because I like it, as I said, and of course some cardamom. Now, once we've got the cumin and cardamom pops inside, easier thing to do is just throw in some salt, you know. You want to help that rice and you want to help it season well. Right, in the rice cooker it goes. Easy peasy. So, that's the rice done. What are we gonna do for the veg? So, I've picked up a couple of my favorite veggies around. Nice. Diagonal cuts. So, we're going to use the same plate as the lettuce. Now, we are done with our veggie prep almost. I'm just going to put that pepper inside as well. Next thing, right after I cut this pepper, is I'm going to start cooking all the smoked salmon. Now, this of course is not something that you should definitely do. If you like raw smoked salmon, that's fine. I certainly like it sometimes over toast or for breakfast, or when I'm having just a quick snack. But for such a dish, I think it will benefit from playing with fire a little bit. So there we go. That's our pepper in as well. So as I said, next thing we have to do is cook the protein. I'm going to be using my Le Creuset pan for cooking off this beautiful smoked salmon. It's Norwegian, I believe. Generally, I love Scottish smoked salmon, but if you can't, then the next best thing is obviously go Norwegian. That's fine. Now, I'm going to be cooking it very slow. Because I'm cooking in this method, I'm not going to be using any extra oil. Reason for this are twofold. First of all, it doesn't need it with this pan. Second of all, it's much healthier. And let's cook. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook and steam my manshout. Now I love manshout because it just adds some sweetness and crispiness to any dish you put inside. So 5 minutes, it's all it needs. because you want to keep some crispiness in it, you know. No more than 5 minutes should be fine. And by then, I believe my salmon will be quite ready as well. In that time, I'm actually going to move my cutting board here so that I can show you my easy technique of cutting up an avocado. It's actually quite simple. Just cut it like that. This will prevent you from getting the famous, or rather infamous, avocado hands. You know, and so many times I see people that are just struggling with opening up an avocado and going like this, and you know, trying to take it out. What I like to do for sushis or for pokebowls or for curries when I'm putting up my avocado is very simple. I don't crisscross it. I just cut it in lengths like this. Obviously, being careful not to pierce the skin because it's gonna be just a massive waste for you. Now, fish, always use the appropriate tools. Some people are, you know, scared to cook fish and they start to turn it all the time. No, you don't need to. Like, you just need a fish spatula and you don't need to turn it around every 5 seconds, you know. Just once or twice are gonna do the job. And obviously the fish is gonna tell you, or meat for that matter, is gonna tell you when it's ready. When it's not sticking to the pan, it means that, you know, you're using the right temperature and that it's cooking off nicely. So, but I have some left over, and most of all, I have this nice avocado here. So I'm gonna have it. Never waste a thing. The dish, my fish is done over there. I'm gonna take it in just a minute. But first, what most people like most about Asian cuisine is that it's very varied in terms of the taste that you get. You can get in one same dish sweet, sour, umami, salty. You know, it's just so versatile. To achieve this effect, in my dish today, I'm going to use a mango. It's easily my favorite fruit, my wife's favorite fruit as well, and I think it just gives a nice addition to any pokeball. Goes very well with fish. Generally, in Asia, salads made with fish and mango are quite common. So we're going to start there. It's actually a bit hard, this one. I didn't think it will be, so... I'll just clear it with my chef's knife. Use the organic waste, remember? Reduce, reuse, recycle. As always. Equals for the environment. Right. The way to cut a mango nicely, to present it nicely, is to make the so-called julienne in French. So these are long pieces along the long side of the cut of mango. Next ingredient which we have to prep is the hard-boiled eggs. Now I think they contribute in terms of the nutrition of any dish, and they do so in an easy way. They pack a lot of calories in a small package and they're quite tasty as well. Quick tip, if you want your rice to develop some extra flavor and just make it easier to not stick together, is use some rice vinegar, also known as mirin. It's very often used by sushi chefs, I believe, in order for them to process the rice. But what I like to do is, after I've cooked my rice, I just put a couple of drops of mirin in there, which, as I said, develop the taste and help us unstick it if it starts to get sticky. And now, next thing I want to do is put some fish on top of the rice. And now, let's assemble our dish together. Put some nice lettuce and veg. Don't forget the spring onions, super important, nice crispy flavor. I'm gonna put my egg in there. I'm gonna put my mango, and then I'm going to put some avocado. Now, one last thing I'm gonna put is some kimchi, which I love. It's a Korean, basically version of sauerkraut. Spicy, very nice. I use this BB gourmands. It's the closest thing I think in Europe that I have in terms of taste of authentic Korean kimchi, because I've had friends bring me Korean kimchi from Korea, and this is as close as it gets. Always make sure that your kimchi has a gas absorber. It looks like this, and you want to keep it on. So there we go. We're ready with our dish. I just assembled one because, you know, that's all we need, but that's basically it. That's nice homemade PokeBowl with variable ingredients which are working together nicely. And hope you enjoyed my video. See you again next time.